we're going to get you out here well before the top of the hour. We'll give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Is to live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. All right, with us is Alex Smart with us. Las Vegas, Nevada, it is Tony Brown, Shane Mickle, Rada Zawacky, Damian Sosh, and Wayne Scott. And here's how they're going to line up for this evening. We've got Smart, Sosh, Brown, Mickle, Scott, Zawacki. Then I will close this one out. During the recap, we have a pick from Mills from the Contender Series, UFC tonight. So we'll have that pick for you tonight on the recap, courtesy of Mills. And that's how they'll line up for this evening. Baseball on the board tonight, 15-game card. It's also a game from WNBA, I believe, as well. So we'll get this one underway. Let's go to welcome in Alex Smart. We'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring Alex in right now. I think we're ready to roll with Alex Smart. Alex, what's happening?
Hey, Tony. Sharp money. Sharp
money.
That's all we're going to think about.
That's right. All sharp money's here with Alex. Been around for some time here in this industry. Beating the books tonight. Reds, Battle of Ohio here. Guardians and Reds going head-to-head here as the Reds favored minus 118, a total 9.5.
You know, Ashcraft's really impressed us about the second part of the season. It's evident by a really stingy ERA, 2.11 to 11, and 38 1/3 innings of quality work. During that span, his strikeout rate is 18.4%. I'm sort of chuckling here because, I mean, he just turned his whole season around on a dime, so that's why you never give up on certain pitchers, especially talented pitchers like this. He's recorded a very impressive 7.5% walk rate ratio. Also, considering the Guardians are going to be without Fraley, India, Fry, and probably missing somebody here, but I figure their offense is going to struggle anyway, and it has been inconsistent. I know they have had some explosions, but all Major League Baseball, these are pro hitters, so they're going to have big nights. But overall, it's been inconsistent for Cleveland this year. They depended on their bullpen and their pitching to get them at least to, well, I know it's a sub 500 record, but still, playing decent baseball most of the time. I'm also betting on Ashcraft. My own power rankings, my pitcher versus batting order power ranking says he matches up very well here. So, I'm looking for a very limited amount of production from the Indians, from the Guardians, I should say. And on the flip side, we have Logan Allen, who will go to the hill in response. He's a lefty, and Cincinnati has done really well against lefties overall this season, but they have gone downhill lately and not done so well. And Allen has pitched actually pretty good. He's allowed just, 3 earned runs over his last 2 starts in August. In his current form, he should pose a problems for a Red side that, like I said, slowed against left-handed pitching. The Reds have also hit under the Mendoza line their last 7 trips to the Diamonds and look very inconsistent offensively of late. And so we've got 2 inconsistent offenses, some decent pitching on the hill. Both teams have also decent bullpens for the most part. And it's interesting to note overall, Cleveland in a 115-game sample this season have seen an average of 8.1 runs per game, if I can spit it out, 8.11 runs per game scored. And, that's where my number is too. It's closer to 8.5, if anything, than this opening 9.5 line that we got. So there's some 9s on the board, some 9.5s, and we're going to take that under 9.5.
All right, we got Alex here. Record Guardians, Reds under 9.5. Yeah, Ashcraft's been fantastic. Allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 4 of his past 5 starts. Of course, the only issue here, and this is, look at how this wind is showing the wind blowing out 11 miles per hour blowing out. So probably that explains the total here at where it sits.
Yeah, and, you have to take that into consideration. I'm just watching, some of the bat speed here, and it hasn't been all that great. Balls are not flying off the bat like you would expect them to this season at all, and I sort of took that into consideration, and especially with the Guardians. So anyway, I'm still convinced on an under, and I do understand why the lines makers popped it. Usually, look, this is the truth. The lines makers don't often make mistakes, and if they happen to get hit really hard, they'll adjust. They didn't adjust that much today. So once again, this is just my conclusion. Sometimes my conclusions are correct. More often than not, they are. And let's hope that's one of them tonight.
All right, there we go. Here with Alex, Guardians Reds under total of 9.5 runs. This one to have a start time here, 6:40 Eastern time. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pick Document, where you put up some really good numbers here over the past 3 days. 841 units of profit, all document over at Pick Document tonight. 15 game card here from Major League Baseball. Head into a football weekend with lots of preseason action. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, we've got a Major League Baseball best bet. We're gonna have lots of football here very shortly. I've really protracted my baseball wagering, and we've just condensed everything down to just the very best selections we can put out. I used to have a different kind of ratio on Major League Baseball kind of bets I used to put on the board, and now, like I said, it's sort of contracted, it's protracted, and it's very much more precise. And I think long term going forward, it's funny, you're in this business for years and years and years, and you constantly have to adjust to make up for some, what I would possibly say are some inadequacies. So, I've adjusted, and we're on a big run right now, and done this before with different sports. And let's hope, knock on wood, we continue to rock and roll and make lots of profits for our clients.
That's right, guys. Got a board without smart over at Pick Dogs Premium. 841 units profit last 30 days. Hey, why not consider that 1 month all sports pass? Get all of Alex Premium plays for 30 days, including all the preseason football for week 2 and 3. Of course, that covers week 1 of the NFL. Also, week 0, week 1 of college football covered in that 1 month all sports pass, as well as all of Alex's baseball for 30 days. Now with these sports overlapping that 1 month pass, a very fantastic value. Pick is a promo code, save that 15% off. All right, Alex, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that great success, and we'll catch up with you in a couple days.
You too, Tony. Take care, bud.
You as well. Alex Smart here on the drive through. Let's continue on with the show. Now let's welcome in Damian Sosh. We'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Damian put up some fine numbers as well here on the site. We'll bring in Damien here in just a second. Ready to roll with Damian Sosh. Damien, what's happening?
Hey, Tony. How you doing?
Everything's going great. All right, here we go. West Coast baseball tonight. We got Padres hosting the Orioles here. Padres favored at -122. We see the total 8.5.
Yeah, the Orioles, they're continuing to impress this season. The Padres continue to disappoint. Orioles coming off a victory yesterday against the Padres, beating them 4-1. They now improve on their American League best record to 29 games over 500. They're 16 games over 500 on the road, and I'm liking them again against the Padres tonight. Pitching tonight for each team is going to be Jack Flaherty for the Orioles, Michael for the Padres. Wacha does seem to have the better numbers on the season, but I don't think the advantage is really as great as it seems in this one. I mentioned Wacha's numbers, 8-2, a 2.84 ERA, but he's been on the injured list since July 2nd, and he's made only one start since June 19th. And in 9 career games against the Orioles, Wacha's ERA is 5.87. Orioles' Jack Flaherty came over to Baltimore here to trade deadline from St. Louis. He's 8-7 on the year with a 4.33 ERA overall. Now he's going to be making his 3rd start as an Oriole tonight. His 2 previous starts, he's pitched to the tune of a 3.27 ERA in an Orioles uniform. And he's always had success going against the Padres. 4 career starts against the Padres. He's 2-0 with a 2.01 ERA. And he's held the Padres to a 2.07 batting average. Padres are just 2-8 in their last 10 games. They're now 7 games under 500. I really don't see this team making a run here to get into the postseason. And as I mentioned, Wacha might have the better numbers on the season, but his career numbers against the Orioles are bad. I really don't trust him fully in this game coming off the injured list. Back to Orioles tonight, Tony. I like them in this spot.
All right, we got Damien here taking the Orioles plus 113 against the fading Padres. Padres fading now down the stretch. It's been struggles for them. Flaherty coming over, a traded player, so some of these numbers here are going to be basically in St. Louis. 11-1 against losing teams. And of course, against these teams that strike out a lot, he has had success 17-6 facing teams that average 7 strikeouts per game. So on the record here, this is the type of hitting profile that suits Flaherty the best, losing teams that strike out a lot.
Yeah, it falls right into his wheelhouse. And the Padres, other than a couple of the big guns, that bottom of the order has really struggled. So I see that happening again. And like I said, I like the Orioles in this one. They just keep chugging along.
All right, Orioles plus 113 here against the Padres. This one have a start time here of 9:40 Eastern time. All right, Damien, let's take a look over at Pick Document for tonight's action. Damien having a fantastic year in Major League Baseball. 1,301 units of profit, all document over at Pick Dogs Premium. Every play is documented when you visit Damien's profile page. 15-game board tonight. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I've got 3 total plays over there tonight, Tony. You can get all 3 of them in my triple play. If you're interested in just one, I've got my Major League Baseball X Factor for sale for just $19. X Factor play has been hot, so jump on board that, guys, once that cashes for you. As always, check out the long-term plans, 3, 7, 30-day plans. Football's right around the corner. We had right around the corner. We had a great college football run last year. We're going to build on that, and as always, guys, those are the way to go. The long-term plans are the best bang for your buck.
That's right, guys. Got a bar with Damian Sosh over at Pick.com. Great results from Damien. 1,301 units of profit. Baseball this year showing great profit last 30 days. Yesterday, big value. He's got his plays up tonight here. Individual plays or one-day passes. Or as Damien was mentioned, long-term passes. That 30-day pass gets you covered 30 days of baseball. The remainder of preseason and week 1 of NFL, week 0, week 1 of college football is part of that 1-month all sports pass. Pick is a promo code. Save that 15% off at checkout. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion and making it even a greater value there. All right, Damien, as always, great having you show. Continue that great success, and we'll catch up with you again in a couple days.
Thanks, Tony. Have a great night.
You as well. Damian Sosh here on the drive-thru. Seeing a lot of people sign in right now. If you miss a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Also, Mills brought in a contender series pick from USC. Mills will not be on the show, but has a really good pick for you guys. So we'll have that for you on the recap as well. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. We're going up to Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome in Tony Brown. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, we'll bring him in right now. I think we're going to get his signal in as he's on his way to a casino in Vegas. And I think we'll get him in here in just a second. Tony Brown. Tony Brown, what's happening?
Tony T, what's going on out there?
Things going great. All right, here we go tonight, 6:40 Eastern time. We're about 20 minutes away from first pitch. Astros and Marlins going head-to-head. Astros at minus 119, total of 9.
Yeah, I got to go with the Astros on this one for a couple reasons. One, they lost yesterday, and beating the defending champions back-to-back, that's going to be a hard task. Until you beat the best, they're still the best, and they are the defending champs. Not to mention, they got Valdez on the mound, and he's having a great season for them. He's already 8-2 with an ERA of just 4, so, he's not giving up too many hits and things of that nature. And plus, this one got to do more with just capping. I actually watched that game yesterday. I was watching it. I watched it all the way through. It was a 2-1 game all the way until the end, and then it got broke open. So the 5-1 score really doesn't reflect how good the game was. The Astros were getting some timely hits, and some hard hits. One of my favorite stats now is that exit velo stat. They were getting balls hit at over 100 miles an hour, just pounding them out. Unfortunately, they didn't fall. So to have that type of luck twice, I don't think so. I think some of those hard hit balls fall. The Astros are playing well right now. And again, you're not just going to just keep on beating defending champions. So I think they win this one and make it a series.
All right, Tony Brown here on the Astros, minus 120 here against the Marlins. And, of course, Tony Brown, looking at this one, Johnny Cueto is, to me, I was interested looking at this line because Cueto's really had it rough of late. It's a pretty good story for Cueto. He's never given up. He's swallowed his pride, went to the minors to get back into a rotation, which he has, but it's been kind of rough. He's been kind of roughed up of late. Astros bullpen has been solid. And, of course, Astros playing for something right now, trying to get that division. And, of course, Javier, when he faces these winning teams, brings his best. Team record is 15-6. For Javier. Javier is on the mound tonight. All right, well, we got Tony Brown here on the Astros. Oh, there you go. All right, we got you back, Tony.
Oh, yeah, I was talking about Cueto. Like you said, he started 6 games, and they lost 5 of his 6 starts, and he's responsible for 3 of them himself. So he's 0-3. His ERA is +5. He's just a mess alone. if I wasn't even so sure on the Astros, I would just be fading him anyway. He's been a fade all season and it's paid off.
All right, Tony Brown here. Astros here, minus 120, minus 119. Do your shopping here against the Marlins. This one will have a start time here at 6:40 Eastern time. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for some nice action. Showing profit for the year. 15-game card for Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, I got my Tuesday triple play. You can get my top 3 plays on the board. They're $25. You can get them for $35. And if you don't want to get it off, get my play of the month, play of the August, and that's only $9.
All right, Tony Brown's fading that there. Getting on board with Tony Brown over at Pick Dodge Premium. And you can see the results for the year. Get the Major League Baseball Play of the Month up on the board right now. $19. Remember, these one-day passes are credit guaranteed. They must turn a profit. The amount you purchase is credit back to your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. And of course, Tony Brown with the long-term pass, the VIP one-year all sports passes. We're heading into football right now. It might be the best value right now from Tony Brown. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout will save you that 15% off. All right, Tony Brown, I know how we're struggling with some connectivity issues. Have yourself a great afternoon. We'll catch up with you in a couple days. All right, Tony Brown here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you miss any picks, we're going to recap here at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, we got up next up. We're going to bring in Shane here in just a second, guys. We got a really good play from him coming up here from Shane Mickle. So we'll go ahead and get his game set up for you here in just a second, and we'll bring him in right now as you can catch him over at Pick Dogs. He also contributes in written form over on the website. So let's go ahead and bring him in right now. Shane Mickle. We'll bring him into the show here. Just 1 second here. I think we're ready to roll with Shane. Shane, what's happening?
How's it going tonight, Tony?
Things going great. All right, here's a team near and dear to your location. Twins here to host the Tigers in the AL Central battle. Twins favored here, minus 185, total 8.5.
Yeah, the Twins have been one of the most, the AL Central overall has been one of the more confusing divisions, but a big reason for that is the Twins. You know, they beat up against good teams, and then right when you start to trust them, they fall off. That was the case last week. They beat the Diamondbacks. Lost 3-4 against these Tigers team, and then bounced back by beating the Phillies. So they definitely lost the series to the worst team, and I think that they start out this series on the wrong foot again. They send Bailey over to the mound, who is inconsistent at best. I mean, his numbers look good, but a lot of that success was early in the season. He has problems keeping the ball in the ballpark. His last start against the Tigers, he really struggled. And Alex Fajeda is on the mound for the Tigers. His last start came against the Twins. He pitched well. And the Tigers were able to win that game 9-6. It could be. This definitely could be a game where the Twins. You never know what you're gonna get with them, so it's kind of it's hit or miss. But I just think 169 underdog is way too much value here. The Tigers were underdogs in all 4 games. The last series against the Twins, they cashed 3 of those games as underdogs. I think you got to pick your spots in this series, but I think this is one of those spots fading Bailey over. I'm gonna take the Tigers getting the plus money.
All right, Shane says take Tigers here plus the money here against the Twins. Of course, Ober, if you look at his overall year-round numbers, are impressive, but you look over the past 3 starts, have not been. And one thing to note here with Ober, of course, these division rivals, they see each other more than any other teams. Tigers have hit Ober, 13 runs over his past 3 starts in 17 innings.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, he likes to keep that ball up in the zone, and it seems the more you face him, the better success you have against him. He's pretty easy to figure out as the innings go on. So yeah, like you said, this is not the first time he's faced the Tigers this season, and I don't trust him, especially with the way he gives up the home run ball. He's given up a home run each of his last 2 starts. It's going to happen again here tonight, and I just think it's crazy if you're laying the Twins on the money line tonight.
A couple of short-term numbers here. The Tigers are hitting well right now, past 7 games at 270, and their Tigers in this over their past 10-game stretch. An ERA 2.52 with the Twins approaching 6. Tigers plus 162 here against the Twins. This one to have a start time here of 7:40 Eastern time. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. 15-game card from Major League Baseball. What do you have going over at the site?
I have my 3 best MLB plays up there, $39.99. But long term is the place to be. College football starts next weekend. NFL preseason, I had 2 preseason games the first week. I'll have more this week. So hop on that 7 or 30-day pass and let's make some money together long term.
So, all right, guys, get on board here with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, showing profit here last 7 days, 3-pack from baseball up there. Or the long-term passes will serve you well. And that 1-month pass is a great value right now with all these sports overlapping. Remainder of preseason football, week 1 NFL, week 0, week 1 college football, all the baseball for 30 days with that 1-month all sports pass. And Pick is a promo code to save 15% off at that second capital with that 2-point capital promotion, making it even better value. All right, Shane, as always, great having you show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again in a couple of days. But let everybody know they can also catch you up in written form over on the sites.
Yeah, definitely. We're doing WNBA right now. The English Premier League just started, and then, of course, all the other major sports. But speaking of WNBA, I don't want to give it out as a free play. I know people are more interested in baseball right now. But the Commissioner's Cup is going on tonight. Aces versus Liberty. That game is going to go over the total. I think it's like sitting at 178 right now, which is a high total for the WNBA. But make sure to hop on that, and make sure to check out all my free written work on both Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs.
All right, Commissioner's Cup. So everybody know this is basically a game for some dough, right? For these young ladies that they can actually win the money. I guess to qualify, at a certain point of the season, you have to have the best record in your conference, correct?
Yep, definitely. That's how it works, and it's kind of. I mean, not the same premise, but it's kind of what the NBA is changing to with their in-game, in-season tournaments. So yeah, the WNBA kind of has the same thing. It's just not a tournament. It's just 2 teams. Well, it's kind of a tournament because they play the games all year round. Some games are designated Commissioner Cup, but when it comes to the playoffs, it's just the top two teams that get to play in it.
There you go. So we're really big money up tonight in this game. All right, Shane, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again next couple days.
All right, sounds good. Have a good night, everyone.
You got it. Shane Mickle here on the drive. We'll continue on here with the show. Guys, if you missed a pick, we will recap at the end of the show. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive through. Wayne Scott, we'll bring him in right now. He's having a fantastic baseball season this year. We'll bring Wayne in right now. Let's get him into the show. Wayne, what's happening? Oh, Wayne, we don't have volume from you, so you need to check your mute. I don't know if there's a game on right now. Usually, maybe he's watching a horse race, so he usually kicks that desk and it causes all kinds of shenanigans that go on with his connection. All right, we're gonna go here to Rod next. It's gonna be a bit of a long. Well, that's it. We'll get to Rod here, and hopefully Wayne can get that thing fixed here. I don't know if he's working on that. Still working on that, Wayne? Yeah, he's still working. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get to Rod. So let me go ahead and get his game ready for you. Rod Zawacki, you'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. You'll know he'll have an opinion here on that Commissioner's Cup game. So we're going to get that out of him. But first, we'll start here with the baseball for tonight, as he's going to hit that Pirates and Mets series here. I think we got it set up. So let's go ahead and bring in Rod Zawacki right now. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring him in here in just a second. We'll be ready to roll here with Rod Zawacki as we'll get him into the show. I think we're all set to get in here. Rod Zawacki. Here we go with Rod. Rod, what's happening?
Hey, not too much. Enjoying this Tuesday afternoon and getting ready for tonight's action. There's some MLB, and as Shane was alluding to, we got the Commissioner's Cup tonight. Huge game in that
yes,
WNBA tonight.
I kind of like that because they're playing for money. It's for some big dough, and that's you get my interest up there when we mentioned that. I kind of like that format. And this will be a really good matchup because the Liberty is starting to play to their preseason. People call them a dream team during all free agency, during the offseason. They're playing up to it now. But we'll go to baseball here first. Top of the hour, we features the Pirates and the Mets here. The Mets favored at -142. We see the total 8.5.
Yeah, looking at the Mets and the Pirates here tonight, and on the amount for these Pirates tonight is Bailey Falter getting the start 0-5 with a 4.55 ERA. On the road this season has been Bailey Falter. Night games hasn't even fared much better. 0-7 with a 5.26 ERA. So I'm expecting Falter to falter in this one and give up a few runs early in this matchup. And then on the other side of the bump, you got Patterson getting the start here for the Mets. And well, he's 3-7 with a 5.61 ERA this season and a 1.61 WHIP. So I expect him to give up a couple of runs as well. And over the last 10, you look at the Mets bullpen, it hasn't been the greatest either, giving up over 6 runs a game. Their ERA in the Pirates bullpen has been a little bit better than the Mets bullpen, but still giving up over 3 runs a game there. And the Mets, they've been crushing left-handed pitching. hitting over 300 the last 10 games. I think it's about 5.6 runs per 9 innings. Pirates averaging about 4.3 runs per 9 innings. Every time, every which way I cap this, I see at some point in this game is 4-4, and which way it goes, I'd have to go with lean to the Pirates with the big plus money, but we like the over here in this one, as I think we easily get to 9-10 runs. I think the over 8.5. Pirates, Mets.
Yep, 8.5 is where we see it now. The 9 was there for a second. It was at the opener of 9, but we've seen the buy back down to that 8.5. So 8.5 is the widely available number now. So make sure you do your line shopping to get the best numbers there. Yeah, in this matchup here, we are looking here at Falter, who's I don't know, he's just trying to hang on to Major League Baseball right now, right? There's another stop for him. High ERA, high WHIP. We know Peterson's had this struggle. These are Peterson, someone with an ERA near 6, WHIP 1.61. It's been rough for both of these guys.
Both of these starters have been roughed up. So we got 9 runs yesterday, and I think we can easily get 9 runs here today. We might be able to get the 9 runs in the first 5 in this game. Both these starters are that bad. And then, as I said, bullpen's not much better. Take the over 8.5. And it's usually better than trying to swell the sides. I don't want to lay that kind of price with the Mets either. So if I had to take a side, I would be definitely taking the Pirates here in this one. But we definitely want the over.
All right, we got Rod says go ahead and take it over. And of course, now we're going to get into the discussion here with that Commissioner's Cup, as we were talking about earlier. I know Shane showed his hand on this one because he writes on the site, so it's something he covers. And of course, we're going to be talking about this one tonight. Commissioner's Cup. It's Liberty and the Aces. It's on Amazon Prime, so the big money there. Maybe Amazon throwing some money there in the prize pool for these ladies. The Aces, Las Vegas Aces, favored here 7.5, and we see the total coming in here at 176.5.
And you look what this will be the third meeting between these two teams, and it's 1-1. Aces won the first meeting here. Liberty won the last one. And what happened in that second half for the Aces, I think they played a little bit cautious. They were already down by quite a bit, and they definitely took their foot off the gas. They take their foot off the gas. I'm kind of with Shane. I like the over as well. But for me, only one way to go is I'm going to take the Liberty at this boatload of points. You're going to give me 7.5 points with the Liberty team, who just outrighted the Aces in the last meeting. In that one, you go Sabrina Ionescu went lights out from behind the arc. She hit 31 in that game, and what's changed since then? Not a whole lot. The Liberty just keep on winning. The only Aces loss in their last 10 games was to this Liberty team. So you're gonna give me 7.5 points. I would take it with the Liberty. You know what? I'm even gonna sprinkle a little bit on the money line for the Liberty to win this Commissioner's Cup outright.
There you go, looking for the dog. Now, this is a home court here for the Aces, the better record. Is that how it works?
That's how it works, yeah, correct. You look, the Aces are at home, and they do have the better record. Liberty haven't fared so well, but if you want to beat the best, you got to get past the Aces, and that includes beating them here at home. The record for the last 10 trips into Las Vegas for the Liberty, they are 1-9 ATS. So I'm definitely bucking that trend that you see 1-9, but this is the year. This is the season. This is the better team than what we've seen in those 1-9 teams for the Liberty. They're definitely far greater improved here. So Liberty plus 7.5. I'm on it. I like it. Even
for all the chips. The chips are down here. It's a winner make money tournament, and good money for these.
Winner make money, and I think Liberty want the money. This is going to be a battle. I like the over as well with Shane, but I like the Liberty.
Well, these are situations where, again, as someone in the chat wrote, the top WNBA player salary is like $250,000 a year. Granted, they do play 2 months. Okay, now people seem to forget about that when they compare salaries. This is a team that plays. This is the league that plays 2 months competitively during the regular season and postseason. Compared to the NBA, it's like 7+ months, almost 8 months, right? So it's a little different there. So I know people like to get all bent out of shape about pay, but we won't get there. But I just want to make that note there. But so again, the Liberty put together like a dream team, right? And why do you put it together? There's even extra motivation to have a dream team in WNBA, because for situations like this.
Well, just for situations like this, the Aces have their dream team, and they've been rolling right along and been tough for teams to beat. Well, the Liberty put a team together, and we've seen last time out, they beat them handily. It wasn't even close. They were up by 30 at points in the last game against these same Aces. So I think it's a little bit of disrespect here to the Liberty. I think they're going to see that. Hey, you're going to disrespect us? I don't think so. We're going to come into your house and beat you.
Yeah, and that's why these players signed. That's why they signed here, because they want to put the best players together, because they know this Commissioner Cup definitely plays into their hand when you could take the best players on one team. You have a better shot at winning that dough.
Yeah. Exactly, right? Yeah. We want to win that dough. So take the Liberty plus the points.
Liberty plus the points here from Rod. The baseball play here from Rod is Pirates Mets over 9, and this one starts here top of the hour. This one here, the WNBA game, 9 p.m. Eastern time. You got to be an Amazon Prime subscriber for this one on the Prime Video. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at PickDog.
I'll be tuning in.
You'll be tuning in. That's right. You'll find a way to get
it. Tuning in.
This is a good one. This will be a good one because, like I said, you're gonna get max effort because this is a big payday game for both of them. 15 games on the board, Major League Baseball, WNBA as well. What do you have going on over at the site?
And over at the site tonight, we got 3 plays on the board. I got the Thump the Bookie triple. You can get that 3-pack over at PickDog Stream, or if you just want my 10-star play of the day, that's been rolling right along. 47 and 27 out of the last 74 on my 10-star play of the day. You can scoop it up singly, or grab a 3-day, grab a 7-day, and join me for the rest of this week. And let's continue to thump the bookie and make some money. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. Save 15% off all your purchases over at Big Dog's Premium. And hey, also, if you'd like 2, 3, or 4 of the award-winning cabbers you see here on the show, pair them up. Use that 2 for 1, 3 for 1, 4 for 1 cabber deal over at Big Dog's Premium. That's another great deal you got going over there at Big Dog's. Jump aboard.
Jump aboard with Rod Zawacky and get signed up and use that promo code PICK to save that 15% off. All right, Rod, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll catch up with you again on tomorrow's show.
Definitely. Have yourself a good one, Tony, and good luck with all your bets. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Catch you tomorrow indeed. Rod Zawacky here on the Drive Thru. Guys, you miss a pick. We're going to recap at the end of the show. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Also, a bonus pick from Mills with a UFC Contenders pick that will be given out during the recap. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the Drive Thru. We're going to try Wayne Scott again. We can catch him over at Pick Dog Stream. We'll bring Wayne in right now so we can get his play for you here on the show. He's doing great work in Major League Baseball this year. Wayne, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T? What's going on, Pick Dog family?
Everything's going great. All right, here we go. Competitive line in this one. Late night tonight, Rays and Giants going head-to-head. With the Giants favored -107, we see the total sitting at 8.
Yes, sir. I'm going to run the numbers right here a little bit on you guys. Tampa Bay Rays, 72 and 49 on the season, second in the AL West, 6 and 4 in their last 10. They are the hotter team at the moment. San Fran, 63 and 56, second in the NL West. They are nowhere close from the Dodgers, but they do have the D-backs right behind them. So this game is significant for them. And on the other side of that, Tampa Bay is right on the Orioles' tail. So I think they wanted to. A little bit of controversy. I loved them yesterday, but didn't want to play them because I wanted to see how they act. Times big news and stuff like this makes or breaks a team, and Ray's kind of next man up. It's going to be hard to next man up with a batter such as Franco, but that's what they did. They are the hotter team here. When it comes to the pitchers, I'm loving Little on the other side. I've definitely backed him on the road a couple times. He's played solid recently. He's played solid on the road as a 4.1 ERA and a 1.3 WHIP. On the other side, we got Jacob Jonas on the other side. This guy on his night home splits it don't look that well, and in his last 5, he's gave up 3 home runs and 5 walks. I trust Little a lot more in this situation. When it comes to the bats, Rays have been batting great against righties on the season. 254, 310 they're batting in their last 10, and on the other side of that, San Francisco batting 233 against righty on the season, but 167 in their last 10. And not only are they only batting 167 in their last 10, I felt like they struggled and had some favorable matchups where they should have got their hitting going and they haven't. So that's one thing I paid a little attention to, and I love the Rays in this situation, man. We got the better team. Mild underdog. They actually play pretty good on the road. They are 6 and 4 in their last 10 road games, while San Fran is just 5 and 5 in their last 10 home games. I trust the Rays pitching, and I trust the Rays bats more in this situation right here. Give me the Rays money line.
All right, we got Wayne here on the Rays money line. Yeah, I'm with you here that this comes down to the bats, right? We're looking at possibly Sean Manaea as a primary pitcher, kind of a bullpen type of game here today. Here for this Giants team, could be Tristan Beck, Brevia. We've seen him as an opener. It just seems the Giants are going into this type of opener situation here. One thing that really stood out for me with Littell, especially in this ballpark, is the fact that he's getting 45% ground balls.
Hey, man, we'll take it. Them ground balls, it just shows good defense, good awareness from them, and good pitching placement from Little, man. And as Tony mentioned, that's one reason he loves him. One reason I love him is because he low walk rate. Only one walk in his last 5 games and 2 home runs, man. So anytime a pitcher there, he's not giving out free runs like that. And you got a team like the San Fran struggling to hit at the moment. I think it sets up pretty well for Tampa Bay Rays tonight and Little on the mound.
All right, we got Wayne here. Rays minus 105 here against the Giants. This one will have a start time here of 9:45 Eastern. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. We told you Wayne having a fantastic baseball season, 1,270 units of profit in baseball for this year. We're getting some games beginning right now, about 12 remaining here on Major League Baseball. What do you have going over at the site?
I have my best bet over there at the site. That's the only thing I have out for sale today. I do have 3 plays, but it's just one of them days I didn't want to make no 3-pack. Want to reward the people who are riding with me long term, getting those 3 days, 7 days, monthly, and yearly passes. So those extra 2 plays are for them. But out of those 3 plays, I do have my best bet on there. I dropped it yesterday, and I've been on a kind of back and forth with it. Win 1, lose 1, win 2, lose 1. And I won 1, then lost 1 yesterday. So I'm looking to get my win back today on my best bet of the day and continue to chip away at the books.
All right, guys, get over with Wayne Scott over at Pick Dodge Prim. Great results in baseball, 1,270 units of profit, all documented over the site. So get on board tonight. Got his $19 pre-and play up there for you right now. Remember, these one-day passes are credit guaranteed. They must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back to your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. Long-term passes are not guaranteed because they're sold at a greater discount, but that's your value there. Get the long-term pass. All right, Wayne, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
All right, thank you for having me, Tony T. Good luck out there tonight, Pick Dog family, and let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. We got Wayne Scott here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you missed a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Also, stay tuned during the recap because we do have a pick here from Mills. Could not be with us here on the show, but a Contender Series pick from tonight's UFC coming up courtesy of Mills Young. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's go ahead and get into my pick, and then we get to the recap, and then we'll get to Mills' pick from the contenders. You want to stick around for that one. Mills knows UFC like the back of his hand. When he comes in with something like this, you want to pay attention to this because he's works in the media for UFC. He interviews boxers. He studies the sport very well, and when he comes in with a play like this on this type of series, you guys got to pay attention. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru, and we're going to get into my pick here. A little familiar tone that we talked about with Billy J yesterday when we're going over this matchup, the Diamondbacks and the Rockies, and we told you how great the Rockies have been as a home dog. They're not plus 150 or greater; they're still plus 100, but they've been really good as a home dog the past 2 seasons. And we're going to come back here with this Rockies team at home, and this is a price here I'll take. Looks like Jarvis will be making his debut here for Arizona. It looks like he will probably be an opener here for the Diamondbacks in Reno, in AAA Reno, an ERA of 5.48, WHIP of 1.54. So he's had some struggles in AAA. In AA last year, he started 25 games, an ERA over 8, a WHIP near 2. So I don't know. I mean, Diamondbacks, of course, they're having some issues with Zach Davies with that injury. It looks like they're pushing their guy. They're pushing. I believe it was Cedeno. I don't want to get his name wrong, but they had somebody slated in today. It looks like they're going to push them to tomorrow. The name escapes me right now, but anyway, Jarvis looks like it's going to be the opener today, and it could be Ciccone. We could see Ciccone as well, and in this game. So it looks like it's going to be a bullpen game. Ty Block is going here. An ERA 4.22. That's respectable for being in Colorado. He does get the ground balls at 43%, but over the past 7 games, Arizona just averaging 3 runs a game, and their bullpen on the road in ERA of 5.19. Factor in that you're in Colorado now, that could even be worse. Got to take the Rockies again here. as his dog. I mean, that's just the way it rolls. And we'll take them here at plus 141 here against the Z-backs. This one to have a start time here, 8:40 Eastern time. All right, guys, over at Pick Dodge Premium tonight, I've got 4 premium plays. I got my $19 premium play from baseball. Also, 3-pack from Major League Baseball on the board right now. So go ahead and get signed up with that over at Pick Dogs Premium. And appreciate that if you would do that. All right, let's continue on here on the show. All right, we're going to get to the recap. And, of course, remember, we're all waiting for Mills' play here. He's got a play from the Contender Series, and we're going to get to the recap here in just a second. So let me go ahead and get the dials set to go. And here we go. We got to start with Alex. Alex liked the Guardians Reds under 9.5. Damien was on the Orioles plus 113 against the Padres. Tony Brown says Astros minus 120 against the Marlins. Shane was on the Tigers plus 162 against the Twins. Wayne says Rays minus 105 against the Giants. Rod says Pirates, Mets over 9. I'll be on the Rockies plus 141 here against the D-backs. And then we've got here we go with Mills. This is the play he likes today with that Contender Series. Abdul Zawacki plus 320. That's his play coming in here on Contender Series, courtesy of Mills Young. And he knows his UFC, guys. So there you go with Mills' play tonight on that Contender Series. All right, that's going to do it here. A lot of the guys like the picks for today. Appreciate everyone's contribution here in the drive-thru. That's going to do it for this edition of the drive-thru, guys. Make sure you guys tune in again tomorrow here live at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat plays. They'll go with their plays for you in real time. Don't forget, it always gets started with that morning show every day here at it'll be during the week here at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. You have Mitch, you got Chris, and you got Jay. Don't forget Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. Betting Tools Show is roundtable professional discussions as well. We got Nick Menken, your fees, Chris with his home run prop video, Ron Romanelli, Major League Baseball video preview, all games on the board. NFL preseason video picks here from Jay as well on the channel. Of course, we don't want to forget our Mills here with his prop plays as well. Parlays here from Brad Francis, Mike Davis, live shows Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then he comes in with his first 5 innings as well as parlay picks as well. So we got all covered for you here at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Play. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and set those notifications. So when we're live with you. I'd like to shout out everybody there in the chat room here with JPZ in there, Giuseppe in there as well. Rod in there as well. Of course, Nick Beats Vegas, shout out to you as well. Raymond Ron in there. Gavin Grady, really good folks in the chat room contributing. Thomas Maggio, Mims, Blake, shout out to you. C. James, great to see you back in the chat. Mo Harris as well. So great contributions from everybody here on the show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew tonight. We're going to wait goodbye, guys. You guys